Savannah Chrisley reveals how prison changed her relationship with her parents. On May 28th, Savannah picked up her parents from jail, and at first, everything seemed rosy.
How's your dad doing?
They are great. They're happy to be home.
How happy are you that this worked out?
Thank God to Alice Johnson, President Trump, just all of them. It's amazing. So, thank y'all.
But it wasn't what she had hoped for. Her relationship with her parents is not what it used to be. Savannah says they're completely different people, and prison brought out the worst in them. So what exactly happened? When Savannah Chrisley first gained fame on the reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, she was seen as the bubbly, stylish, and ambitious daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley, a wealthy Southern family navigating life with plenty of humor, drama, and lavish lifestyles. The show offered fans an inside look into their everyday lives, from the humorous antics of Savannah and her brother Chase to Todd's over-the-top parenting style and Julie's Southern charm. However, behind the glossy exterior of their televised lives, the Chrisley family was about to face one of the most challenging and public crises imaginable. A legal battle that would not only threaten their freedom, but also shake their family relationships to the core. In June 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion after a high-profile federal trial that captured public attention for months. Prosecutors argued that the Chrisleys had orchestrated schemes to hide income and mislead lenders, resulting in significant financial penalties and prison sentences. Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years, while Julie received 7 years behind bars. For Savannah, this was more than just a headline. It was a devastating blow to her family and her sense of stability. Overnight, the dynamics within the Chrisley household changed dramatically. No longer was Todd the commanding, sometimes overbearing patriarch. No longer was Julie the graceful matriarch keeping the family afloat. Instead, Savannah suddenly found herself in a position she was unprepared for: caretaker and guardian of her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe.
The other night, I just had a full-on breakdown. I was trying to find Chloe proper clothes to go and visit my parents, and I just sat down on the floor and just started crying. They need to see peace and calmness, and we need to figure out healthier ways to cope with things and deal with things, and even if it's just little things that I'm trying to implement, because I'm not their mom, I'm not their dad, I'm their sister.
This seismic shift forced Savannah to transition from being the carefree, privileged daughter on reality TV to a responsible adult juggling enormous pressures. She had to manage the household, support her siblings emotionally, and maintain her own career and public persona, all while grappling with the shock of her parents' incarceration. She described the emotional challenges of balancing her own needs with those of her siblings, trying to provide a stable and loving environment despite the chaos surrounding them. Savannah often spoke about the moments when the weight of this responsibility felt overwhelming, times when she doubted whether she was strong enough to hold everything together. The emotional toll was compounded by the constant scrutiny from fans and media who closely followed the family's legal drama. Savannah was open about the difficulty of living under a microscope, having to project strength even when she felt vulnerable. Despite these challenges, Savannah remained fiercely protective of her siblings. She made it clear that their well-being was her top priority, often sacrificing her own personal desires and ambitions to ensure they felt safe and loved. This period forced her to mature quickly, developing a deep resilience and a newfound understanding of what it means to be a caregiver. Savannah's relationship with her parents became complicated and emotionally fraught during their time in prison. In public statements and private interviews, she has expressed a mixture of love, loyalty, disappointment, and frustration. On one hand, Savannah has remained steadfastly supportive of Todd and Julie. She visited them in prison, spoke out on their behalf on social media, and consistently defended their character to fans and critics alike. This loyalty stems from her deep belief in family unity and the hope for redemption and reconciliation. On the other hand, Savannah has not shied away from acknowledging the profound sense of betrayal she felt due to the crimes her parents committed. The financial and legal consequences not only jeopardized their freedom, but also disrupted the lives of everyone around them. Savannah has admitted that this duality, loving her parents but grappling with their mistakes, was one of the hardest emotional challenges she has faced. The distance caused by incarceration was both physical and emotional. Letters and phone calls replaced in-person conversations, limiting the depth of connection. Savannah had to learn how to manage her feelings of anger and hurt while maintaining a supportive front for her siblings and fans. Before the trial and prison sentences, Todd and Julie Chrisley were larger-than-life figures on reality TV, sometimes strict, sometimes funny, often commanding attention. For Savannah, growing up in the spotlight meant seeing her parents through a filtered lens shaped by entertainment and public personas. The experience of prison changed that perception. Savannah revealed that she came to see her parents not just as the stars of a TV show, but as flawed, vulnerable human beings facing serious consequences. This shift was painful, but necessary. It helped her develop a more nuanced and mature understanding of who her parents are beyond the cameras and headlines. She described moments when her parents expressed regret and sorrow for the pain their actions caused, which opened the door to honest and sometimes difficult conversations. This vulnerability helped Savannah move toward a place of empathy, even as she continued to wrestle with feelings of disappointment. In a surprising turn of events, Todd and Julie Chrisley were granted full presidential pardons in May 2025, leading to their release from federal prison after serving approximately 2.5 years. While this was undoubtedly a joyous moment for the family, it also introduced a new set of challenges: how to rebuild relationships and reintegrate after such a prolonged and traumatic separation. Savannah spoke candidly about the complexity of this reintegration process. She described it as a roller coaster of emotions, where joy at seeing her parents again was tempered by the residual pain and unresolved issues from their time apart. One of the key difficulties was redefining family roles. During their absence, Savannah had effectively been the adult in charge. Now, Todd and Julie wanted to reclaim their positions as parents, which led to tensions and disagreements. Savannah had grown into a protector and decision-maker, and stepping back into a less central role was not easy. She also shared how the public nature of their situation added pressure. Every family interaction was subject to scrutiny by fans, media, and critics, making privacy and healing difficult. The family had to navigate this balancing act while also dealing with the emotional fallout from years of legal battles and incarceration. Savannah, however, has taken a more cautious stance. She expressed concerns about rushing back into the public eye too quickly, emphasizing the need for privacy, healing, and stability for the younger siblings. She questioned whether media exposure was the right path at this fragile time, worried that it could reopen old wounds and create additional stress. This difference in perspective has led to disagreements, highlighting how prison and its aftermath had changed the family dynamics in fundamental ways. Savannah's protective instincts often put her at odds with her parents' ambitions, underscoring the ongoing process of rebuilding trust and communication. Savannah's openness about her family struggles has resonated with many fans and observers. While some have criticized the Chrisleys for their legal issues, many others have expressed sympathy and admiration for Savannah's strength and maturity. As the family moves forward, rebuilding relationships, redefining roles, and navigating the tricky waters of public life after prison, Savannah remains a central figure. Her revelations not only deepen our understanding of the Chrisley family's private struggles, but also remind us of the enduring power of family bonds, even when tested by the harshest of trials.